Hello everybody and welcome back to The Laws of Minecraft with Lawfromchaos. That's me. And on this episode we're continuing our Let's Play here on this island, which we've made all of last episode. We started on one single block of dirt and a tree. So we're going to keep going from there. And on this time we're going to just start with the sieve and I'll show you how that works. Alright, so first we're going to make the sieve. And I'll type that in for you so you know how it works. Sieve. So in this case we're obviously making oak sieve because that's all we got. And it requires 2 sticks, and I don't know why one thinks that one helmet is a stick, don't ask me. 2 things of oak planks, so 4 total, and then 2 things of silk mesh. And each silk mesh requires 9 string. So we'll start with that. And as you can see, we've got some string so we can make a bunch of mesh. And we'll also have string left over for something else. A bed or something maybe, you know. Alright, so that's that, and then we, like I said, we need some sticks, and then we can just tell it, go ahead and make it. And there it is, our beautiful sieve. So, we're going to put this down, and you can put it down anywhere, and eventually we'll end up doing other things with it besides just doing it by hand, but for now, it's one of the few methods by requiring anything. The sieve is actually the main item of Ex Nihilo, which lets you do just about anything, because you can get just about any resources from it. And so before we get into it, I want to just kind of talk about what you can do with it. So first I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to look at dirt and what you can do with it. And we're going to go until we find this. Here we are. Here's the sieve. And you can see you get quite a bit of options out of just sieving dirt through it. And so you can get stones. And these stones can be turned into cobblestone, which is obviously very important for a lot of different applications. And then grass seeds you can get out of it, so you can make grass. Just normal seeds you have a chance. You have a chance to get feces, which you can actually turn into, it's actually one of the most useful items you can get out here because you can turn it into bone meal. Eggs, which you can eventually get, if you get enough of these you'll eventually get some chickens and you can start laying more eggs, which becomes food and has other options. Pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, sugarcane seeds, and it's nice, good way to get sugarcane. Forest saplings, which are incredibly useful here on this pack because, especially when you're doing Skyblock, because they actually will drop nuggets of force nuggets, and which are metal, which you can then use to make things like shears and other things like that, which you can then use to go take the leaves you've sheared and put them into your barrels, and you can make dirt from that again, and you can just kind of keep repeating the process, and it makes it faster. Rubber tree seeds, eventually, and you also get the sacred rubber sapling, which I think is banned on this server and just about every other one. For good reason, by the way, because the sacred rubber sapling produces a tree that is, I don't even know what to call it. It's so incredibly huge. It's something like, I don't know, like, it's at least 16 chunks wide for the canopy, each direction. I think it might be larger than that, actually. And it's like 3 or 4 chunks wide on the actual trunk itself. It's massive. And then mana beans. Yeah, we had one person on the server accidentally do this, and the admins had to clean it up for a while, and then they proceeded to ban it. And it lags out everything, right? Because you can imagine so many leaves, like possibly quite literally, maybe millions of leaves. Anyway, you can get mana beans, which are from Thaumcraft, which is excellent because you do need those for a lot of applications from Thaumcraft, especially in this environment where you can't necessarily scan most of what would be normally in the natural world. And then you get carrot seeds, acorn, which I believe are for planting oaks, which obviously we've already got oaks, but hey, whatever. Potato seeds, and then we got the birch seeds, so we can get birch trees, which would be excellent. And then spruce seeds, which are also good. I think birch seeds, I don't know if it's true or not, but I think birches grow faster than oaks. And if that's true, they would actually be the best wood to get. And so that's an option, but I wanted to show you all the different recipes you can do with the sieve. And so it's not just that. Once you get gravel, you can take that and you can make flint, and you can make a bunch of different ores out of it, and amber, and coal, so we can get torches, more torches, you know, make things more easy at night. Various types of more ores, like I said, apatite, which you can use to make fertilizer, which is great, especially on the starting up on this. Force gems, which you can make stuff. Diamonds, fairly rare, but 1% is not horrible considering how much stuff we're going to have to go through for a lot of this stuff. And then you can also use it as sand, which you can make limestone, which is a great block, as well as all these. And you can see that these things have tons of different chances, so a lot of times you get more than one item when you're sieving this kind of stuff. And it actually overlaps, and you kind of get really weird things going on because it overlaps in a weird way. Because obviously this is not an exotic seed, it's kind of some kind of crushed ore. But yeah, you can get the saguaro fruit, so you can actually, that's actually great because you can get the saguaro cactus, and which will then produce more food. Various things, desert novas, cocoa beans, kelp, cactus seeds, yada yada yada. So quite a few things, and then if you ever get soul sand, and there's ways to make that from scratch in this pack as well, with Ex Nihilo, which I will show you later. You can get thorn vines and various ores from the nether and gas tiers, and so you get a bunch of different options. And then if you have dust, you can actually, do bone meal, and actually bone meal is a great one to get because you can use that for growing other things, and you get a bunch of pulverized ores, including blaze powder and glowstone dust, which is very useful. And then you find a way to, I'm not entirely certain how you would sieve a lava through it, but if you do that, you get a cooked fish. But if you can sieve still water through, you get raw fish. And if you sieve a dragon egg, which I don't know how to get the dragon egg at this point, but if you do, then you get an ender egg, which is, I think, hatches a dragon, an actual dragon out of it. So, yeah, you want to be careful with that. And then there's netherrack, various netherrack, yada yada, various ores. And if you get endstone, you get the various endstone ores. Pure stone can be put through for essence berries. Slimy mud, you can get slime crystals, gelatinous slime, more slime crystals, etc. And then if you make topiary grasses, various kind of grasses, you can actually sieve them for various natura saplings. So they make these accessible this way. So you can get all the bushes, hopseed saplings, sakura, maple, amaranth, so on. So these are accessible. And a lot of, yeah, redwood would be nice because massive tree houses, which in this would be a lot of stuff. But if you like use any of the standard leaves from like the sakura and that kind of stuff, you put through here, you'll get chance of berries. And if you get jungle leaves through here, you can actually get bamboo shoots. And then sand, again, it shows a different kind of sand. Only thing you get out of this one is limestone. I'm not sure why they do that, because if you can tell, obviously there's just this normal sand, which you get normal limestone, and it's a higher chance. So no idea what this is there for. But the sieve's got a lot of uses for it. And once we get enough enough to make cobblestone, I will show you our next step. So for now, I have one extra piece of dirt. So we're going to sieve it and see what we get. You can see it's actually reducing that in there. Oh, perfect. Look, we got some stone, 4 stone, which is enough to make 1 thing of cobblestone. Now, I know that it's possible to sieve this. I can't remember what I get out of cobblestone if I sieve it. Or maybe it's only gravel I can sieve to do that. I think it's only gravel, so we'll have to turn it into gravel. But first we're going to need a hammer, which we will make. Hammer is very simple. It's this pattern, and you can make it with more things than obviously just wood. You can make cobblestone, which will probably be one of our primary things. We'll be making cobblestone ones eventually. But for now, we take this and break it down, and it'll break it down into its next one, which is gravel. And if we did put the gravel down again, and did this hammer again, we'd get sand. And if we did it again, the sand would break down into dust, and that's the lowest level. So now we've got gravel, so we're going to sieve the gravel now. So you can see it's all in there, and it goes down as we hold right click. Okay, so we got a number of broken ore pieces, which is perfect. That's what we want. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do much with them yet, but hey, that's okay. Looks like these are not transforming back. Not sure why. Maybe I would have had to leave a piece of it like broken above it or something. That's okay, not a big deal. And this one still isn't growing. I don't know why. No idea. It's life. It just does what it wants. Yeah, I just work here. Yeah, I know. Don't you wish you were on just a basic island in the middle of the ocean now? They have so much grass and dirt. I'm wondering if the apple oak one, apple sapling needs to grow on grass. That is a possibility. But we do have a way of making that. Let's sieving that. We get grass seeds. And if that's so, then we'll grow it on that. But usually most of the things that when they require grass to grow, you can't even plant them on it. So I don't know for sure. We'll try it. It's later. Oop. Excellent. This grew while I wasn't looking. Alright, we know the deal. Crooked for saplings. And potentially silkworms. Oop. Speaking of. Excellent. Oh, we're out of those. Let's make some more. Yeah, you can see that my mouse is a little bit finicky. The middle mouse button does this very easily, so sometimes I'm working in the middle of something and it suddenly changes and I'm like, oops. Yeah, not a bad sapling this one, not a bad sapling. Produced pretty good pretty good amount of wood here and a decent amount of everything else, so we're going to just this time I'm going to try breaking like this middle piece here. As long as I can get that one, I'm okay. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to see if it'll replant it on its own or not. Or maybe if I can try this. I'm going to leave the hanging above it for a little while just to see what happens. But in the meantime, we're going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll let this sit there. And I really don't like the drying racks on there, so I'm actually going to take them off. No point having them on there. Yeah, they are most certainly not what I intended to build. They are cool for storing certain like one-shot items though. So perhaps later we'll use them like that. anything. Keep hoping these trees will all grow. We'll just plant one. And you can use apples as fodder too for these things, but I think it takes quite a bit more, so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we put 7 in and it didn't even do as much as 2 trees, so. I think it might be like 4 per like what a tree would do. Oh good, we got more stone. Let's have more cobblestone. Which is excellent. Very useful stuff. I know you wouldn't think cobblestone would be like ridiculously rare, but until we get a lava jet in, it is. There we go. Oh wow, we got something pretty rare. We got an emerald. That's a pretty rare result. It's good. We got some coal, and we all know what the coal we can do with coal. We can make torches, which is awesome. Oh, yeah, duh, Andrew. We should probably turn those into sticks first. Alright. Let's make a few of these. Because we are going to put these right up next to these things in the hopes that things will go very well. Yes, as you can see, I play in the other world, so people are like, oh, hi. I would normally say hello to them. Today, not so much, because I am busy with you guys, whomever you may be. So, yeah, this is the process that we're getting through. I'm going to just kind of keep repeating this process. Just kind of sorting through this stuff, doing everything, getting a ton of stuff out of it, growing more trees, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to keep this process going until I have enough cobblestone to do something more interesting or just kind of keep going. So I will end this particular video here, and I will get back to you when I have more to report.